Oh, yeah. I am awake and alive.
I'm so great I gotta say it twice and cut it out once. My head's a syrup bottle that's getting tipped over every Wednesday. You're a storyteller in a storytelling podcast, and the only story you're telling now is a story about stories you don't want to tell. What the fuck? Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. Hey, you know what? Actually, I'm supposed to have a new intro today. I forgot. A listener, a fine listener, a friend of the show, was telling me about being rich, and because I have no money, folks, which I'll get to in a minute. But I was talking about not, and so I was starting to think that maybe I should have some sort of forward vision about maybe I should. You know, they always talk about visualization and The Secret. I don't know if those are the same things. I didn't read The Secret, but it's the same thing, right? If you read The Secret, then all of a sudden there's like a knock on your door and there's a swag bag full of money, right? Isn't that how it works? I don't watch Oprah. She's not even on anymore. She's got her own network now, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, I think that entire network is Tyler Perry putting on eyelashes. I mean, it's like, what the hell? Why are you doing this, Oprah? Couldn't you have more interesting programming on? No, instead it's some sneak peek into Tyler Perry's fucking Batgirl room where he goes in, gets dressed up like Medea, and then the fucking garage spins out and he rides his motorcycle off to fight crime. God damn it. I should just quit. I'm never going to top that. God damn, that made me laugh. That's nothing else on this show will be as funny as that. Turn the show off. Where did you come from? Who are you? God damn, the Batgirl song. Look it up right now. Go to YouTube and look up the Batgirl song. Barbara Gordon goes in and the doom 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 when the music starts. When I was a little kid, I would get hard-ons and like I didn't know like why, just from that song. And then you would see Barbara Gordon walk in and then the Batgirl outfit. Oh my God, dudes, Batgirl, seriously. And fuck Alicia Silverstone, weird Batgirl. I'm talking Barbara Gordon. Goddamn Yvonne Craig in that spangly looking, because her Batgirl suit was like, you know what it looked like? It looked like it was made out of the material you put on your bike handlebars for bike grips. You know, that spangly, like glittery and it had the tassels hanging off it. Oh, I was gay as a child with my bike, but so what? God damn, just that weird, like, it's like, it was the first latex fetish ever, like, for me, probably. And I don't have a latex thing now. It's not like I'm into it, but I mean, you know, try me. Who cares? Throw it on and send me a photo. Let's see what happens. I might be into it. Who cares? I don't give a shit. I'm just looking to bang my cock into anything at this point. Right now, walls, like Lenny Bruce said, dogs, cats, trees, mud. Who fucking cares? That seems strong. That kind of went far. That went a bit far. You know why? Because I don't have earbuds on. If I had earbuds on, I would have been able to know, like, censor myself there, and I wouldn't have said that. No, I would have. Absolutely. I would not have said that. I'm not wearing earbuds, folks. Because I forgot them, of course, at my house. Every time I'm at my house, I get home from the podcast, and I have my cooler here. It's like a little lunch box, and I have to open it up, and I take out the spare Propels that I did not drink. I take out whatever notebooks that I bring with me, and then I take out my earphones, my earbuds. I'm old. It's like literally I'm cutting an album right now. That's how old I am. And so I'll take them up my tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds, and I'll place them on my desk. Until next time. And then I will then wake up on Wednesday. And usually I get home from work Wednesday morning after being at the fucking graveyard gig. And I will take apart my cooler and then I will put in my notebooks and my headphones so I don't forget them. And I did that last week. Everything was great. And I left the house. And then I got in the car and I went to call Mex in the car. And I did not have my phone. Because I forgot my fucking phone. So I got here and I go, look, Lily, and I go, look, I got to use your phone to call Karen. I got to use your phone to call whatever. She's like, fine. And then, of course, as always happens whenever Lily lets me use her phone, she does her own little code and she hands it to me and I get it and I go, thanks. She goes, don't look at the pictures. So she and I both have that. Like literally, whenever we hand each other the phone, it's like, don't look at the photos. We should just text each other the photos. So like we don't, you know what I mean? So then it doesn't matter at that point. All right, we'll see. Well, maybe I send you some, and then you go, oh, well, the seal is broken. Now I got to send him some. That's how it works. I've got some of these, so now what the hell? I might as well send him those, and then we can use each other's phones with impunity. So what was I saying?
No phone, no headphones.
Oh, yeah, so last week I forgot my fucking phone, and I was mad, so I had to use Lily's phone. And so then this week, I was like, I can't forget my phone. I cannot forget my phone. I got home this morning, crashed out, and got up, and all right, my wife is home because her temporary job has ended. And that's great. Here's the thing. It is great, even though it's not great. Like it's like I love having a sidekick. Like I love having Karen's like my Robin. Like I'm glad that she's home, and I get up and I'll like slide down the bat poles, and there she is in the cave, and it's exciting. Unfortunately, they're foreclosing on the cave. So she can't be there. She needs to go out and make some money so we can somehow keep up payments on the cave. They've already taken away her pole. There used to be 2. You know how embarrassing it is to enter our Batcave through a door? It's fucking awful. We have awesome poles that you can slide down and then you're in costume at the bottom of it. My wife has to take the side door into the Batcave because she's been out of a job so long they repossessed her pole. They wanted to take them both. I talked them into leaving mine, which is important because I run the cave. Take the sidekick pole and get it out of here. So I slide down the pole and she's there, and that's great. It's nice to have her there, but unfortunately, they took away her fucking pole. We have no money, and so she's in the when she's in the cave, not making money. It just means they're going to foreclose on it soon. Go, shoo, make some money. This house of cards is ready to fall, folks. I'm not kidding. Literally, my life is Jenga, and she's reaching for. My wife consistently reaches for the bottom. It's like, what are you doing? It's Jenga. You go from the top down. Let's try to prolong this game. My wife's like, nope, and just thrusts a fist right into the bottom of my Jenga game. God damn it, honey. We built this Jenga. We built this Jenga on rock and roll. She insists on punching my Jenga. All right, so she's home. So if you're home, make yourself useful. Do some stuff like wake me up when I say wake me up. So today, I said, I got home and I went right to bed. I didn't build my fucking lunchbox. I should have. I know it's my fault. But I knew I was getting up because here's the thing, folks. I have nothing to talk to you about today. Like literally nothing. I have zero. And yes, I say that all the time. Ha ha. And everybody right now is tittering into their sleeves and laughing at their iPod vaginas. Good for you, making sport of me. But seriously, my body clock's been readjusting to life. I've been trying to figure out my knees. Which that makes me laugh. Like it's some weird puzzle. You ever see that picture of a cow where they draw like stripes on it and they say, this is the flank, this is the chuck, this is the rib roast? I've done that to my knee. I've drawn like a weird spiderweb graph on to find out where the pain and where the pain isn't. All right. I don't know why I would need a visual aid. I can feel the pain when I walk up and down stairs. But it's because I show passersby. All right. That's what I do now. That's my whole life. I sit in a lawn chair outside of my apartment complex and go, look at this drawn on knee. All right. So I wanted her to wake me up. And I said, wake me up at 1 o'clock. Because I had to be here. I wanted to be here at 2 at Lily's house. But she's like, 3 works better. I said, fine. So that was good because it meant I could wake up at 1 and then I would have like an hour to maybe think about stuff to talk to you about because I haven't done anything. So I said to Karen, I go, hey, wake me up at 1 o'clock. She said, sure. So I'm in bed, and I'll get to that in a second, by the way. Yes, I'm sleeping in bed again. I'd been sleeping in a chair for 2 months because of the bed bug scare. It wasn't even a scare. They were there. I mean, literally, if there had been a bed bug scare, if I had found like, some, like a little note that said, we're coming for you, and with like a bed bug skull and crossbones on it, then that would be a scare. That would technically be a scare. That would be a warning shot fired by bed bugs. But no, I actually saw 2 of them. So I knew they were in the house. They were present. So there was no scare. I dismantled my entire house. I threw away my wedding bed, and we had to have sprays and poisons and stuff altered in the house. So, but I still wouldn't go in the room. Like I don't want to go in the bedroom just because there might be stuff in there. There was poison, but now the poison is gone. But there might have been bugs, and who knows what's in there. I don't want to be there. Even though our friend Lily has given me an air mattress, which is inflated. Now, all right, and I'm going to break some news to you in just a second, unfortunately. So Karen fills the air mattress, and it's a queen size air mattress. It's big, and Karen loves it. She sleeps on it all the time now, and I mean all the time. I mean like 20 hours a day. It's like, Robin, we've got crime to fight and jobs to get. Nope. This air mattress is so comfortable. Part of me wishes, maybe I planted the bed bugs as a way to, I did it to throw a fire under Karen. So we threw away the bed so she didn't have a place to hide. All right. But then, I didn't do that, folks. I'm not in the bed bug business. So, The air mattress is there, and Karen sleeps on it all the time. I refuse. I won't go in the bedroom. I sleep in a chair out in the living room because I like it. I actually enjoy it. There's like an ottoman and a chair, and I enjoy sleeping in it. But it's harder on the weekends because Karen needs to be out in life. You know what I mean? She's out and going in and out of the front door, and I'm sleeping right in the living room, and it's a weird dynamic. So it used to be fine. I would just go into the room and crank up the air or the fan, and I wouldn't hear anything, and I just go to sleep. But sleeping in the living room has put the kibosh on that. But now, with the air mattress, I could go in the bedroom if I wasn't so scared of bugs and the future. But the other day, Karen was watching TV in the bedroom, and so I went in and I laid down next to her on the air mattress. And I'm also weirded out about the air mattress because, let's put it this way. It's a queen size bag of air. That's me, essentially. I'm a queen size bag. I'm a king size bag of air. Fuck, if a king size bag of air jumps onto a queen size bag of air, the pop is gonna be resounding. I might blow a hole through the wall. So I don't even want to chance it with this fucking air mattress. So I'm like, I'm scared of it. I'm frightened. I'm going to break it. But Karen was in there watching TV on Sunday, and this was Sunday night, just this past Sunday night. I was going to tape Boardwalk Empire. And all right, be prepared for this boring nonsense. My TV in my living room, I have TiVo, okay, and I have DirecTV. Well, they don't get along very well. Because DirecTV they want me to buy their DVR, so they keep fighting with my TiVo. But now, I could not get TiVo with DirecTV because they didn't have a thing. There was a big lawsuit about DVRs and technology, and who the fuck, I don't know. It has nothing to do with me. I pay my money every month, and I got TiVo. That's it. That's all I want, and DirecTV. But now DirecTV and TiVo have formed an alliance and created a product, a DirecTV TiVo receiver. So I can get it. It's very easy. All I need to do is pay them $200. And $25 a month, which seems high for me, but you kind of have to do this because this happened about 5 months ago. They came up with this, and now the DirecTV box and the TiVo box don't talk to one another very well because I have an HD TV and an HD DirecTV, but the TiVo box is not HD. And it won't record in HD, and that's fine. I don't care. But now, when you go to record something with the TiVo, I get this weird note from DirecTV that says, your television is not HD, and your cords do not match. You need to hit this button so you don't get HD. So they want me to either get TiVo or HD. They don't want me to have both. Unless I get their fucking DirecTV, whatever. Well, the thing is, when I watch all my stuff on TiVo, it's not in HD anyway. But when I watch football and all that, I need it to be in HD if we're watching regular TV. And I'm not about to let fucking DirecTV come in and tell me what the fuck I can do in my own house. Thank you very much, you cocks. Who do you think you are? That seems weird. I'm angry at a company. So I refuse to do it. But now here's the problem. So then when it goes to tape HBO... You know how it automatically changes channels like your TiVo does? Well, it won't do it anymore with the DirecTV unless your TV is on. Because it will change it, but then it'll get that thing that says your TV is not HD, and it goes to black screen. Well, it only took me like 6 fucking shows being all black screen to realize that was happening. So now what I have to do is I have to leave my television on to tape anything that's on HBO. It has to be on the whole time on HBO. It just has to, otherwise it will go to black screen. So, with that long fucking explanation out of the way, Sunday I was taping Boardwalk Empire at 6, and Karen was in the bedroom, so I was like, well, I'll go in the bedroom and hang out with Karen and watch whatever she's watching. So I went in there, and by watch whatever she's watching, I mean take away the remote and put on the football game. So again, I lay down in the air mattress, and I should tell you, all right, here, I'll just break this to you now, Lily, my friend. Have you used that air mattress? Yeah. Okay. Are you aware of the camel hump in it? Do you? Yeah.
No.
Okay. When we inflated it, okay, we inflated this queen size air mattress, and it's got the thing where you plug it into the wall and it inflates super quick, which is great. All right. It doesn't lay flat. All right. It's flat about 3/4, and then there's a lump, like a speed bump that you would drive over in a parking lot, and then it's right in the. It's about 2/3 of the way up the mattress. It's not directly in the middle. It's either right by your ankles or right by your neck, depending on how you're laying on the bed. Okay, it's at the foot of.
Like one of the panels blow?
I don't know. I don't know anything about air mattresses. We just inflated it, and it was like that. So we just assumed that's what it was. So Karen sleeps on it, whatever, and she had it down at the foot of the bed with her feet up on it, like, and sleeping like it was a speed bump with your ankles, like, almost like raised, like a footrest. And then she flipped it around and she put it up at the top so it's by her neck, so her pillow goes over it, which fine. So I'm just letting you know that happened. We don't know what that is. All right, I hope
I
not.
have no idea.
Okay. So I get in there on Sunday, and then there's that big bump, and she's like, "Yeah, this thing it's fine if you don't pay attention to it." And I'm like, I'm laying on the bed with Karen, and I'm like, well, why isn't it exploding? Like, it should explode because my giant carcass is on top of it. And Karen just said, "You're insane. I mean, it's built for this. I'm sure it's." Karen's like, "It's built for the army," which made me laugh because I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, is the entire army supposed to be on it? They're out bivouacking in the desert, and they're like, "All right, nap time, gentlemen." They inflate it. All the entire guys leap on top of it. God damn it, that's funny. But that's what because what's funny? She thinks that it's because we got it from here, and Eddie is in the Marines, and so it's Eddie's mattress. So Karen, I think, thinks he brought it from Iraq or whatever the fuck. There was no sand in it. I have no idea why she thinks that. But she said it's like Army strong or whatever, and I said I'm a giant fat guy. I'm as big as a regiment. I should be bursting this thing, and then. It's comfortable. I should tell you, it does work. And that bump is not a problem. It is not a hindrance. It's just there. You know what I mean? For Karen, certainly it doesn't bother her, but I haven't slept on it yet. So then Sunday, I'm laying in the bed, and I'm realizing that it's actually not bad, and it's not going to break. The only bad thing about it is every time you move, it sounds like you're fucking a pool toy. I mean, it's just awful. Like I got my dick in a seahorse, an inflatable seahorse. Because like you roll over and it's like that. I mean, it's this horrible fucking noise. You know what's funny? All those people died in the Titanic, and some of them didn't get into lifeboats. I think it's because they didn't want to hear that noise.
Oh my God.
They were just like, you know what? I would rather die in the chilly deep than listen to that. And yes, I know the Titanic lifeboats are wood. Fuck you with your... I can hear it right now. Dear sir, clack, 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 clack. Fuck off. It's a joke. All right. And no, I didn't know that right when I said it, but I thought of it right in the middle of the joke. So you're right, sort of. So write half a letter. So write half a note saying, you know what? Those lifeboats. Oh, never mind. You just corrected yourself. Do that, folks. I can hear it right now. Type it up. All right. But I don't think that doesn't prevent me from, when I'm laying there with Karen, pretending that I'm Jack and that she's Rose and that she's going to let me slip into the deep and die. I do it all the time. Folks, I'm Jack and she's Rose everywhere, except in the Batcave. That's different. Then she's Robin and I'm Batman. She's around a lot. All right, so how did I get into the fucking... So Sunday made me decide, you know what, dude, this is stupid. And especially because now she's home. She's in the cave all day instead of having to go off to an insurance company. So I decided I was going to sleep in the bedroom. I wasn't going to make her a prisoner of just the bedroom. Even though there's a TV and an air conditioner in there, who cares? She should just sit in there, right? She should be happy. But instead, I decided, you know what, this is stupid. And also... I kind of like laying down. Like I don't lay down unless I'm on the road now. It's the weirdest thing. Like, cause in the last 2.5 months, I sleep sitting up in a chair. Unless I go out to my car and I sleep sitting and I'm laying as, I let my chair go all the way back in my car and sleep, on the curb. God damn it. Yes, I'm a hobo. I'm a weird, but I can sleep anywhere, but that doesn't mean you should. Of course it doesn't mean you should. You should sleep in a bed. You shouldn't just be like napping at a bus stop. Oh my God, I used to love napping at a bus stop. You know what I used to, God damn it. Folks, look, the bus is awful. We all know that, right? It is just a huge fish tank full of hobo urine. Do not ride a bus. So when I did have to ride the bus, I would be in the back. I would get in and I would be so angry if the back seat was not open. So I would like literally just go to the back and almost like stare at the person to get them to leave. Cause when I took a bus, I had to ride it for like an hour and 40 minutes. It wasn't just some easy trip. Oh, I had to take a bus. You people in the real world won't know what this means, but as I've said this many times before, people in Los Angeles will know what I mean. I had to take a bus from like Los Angeles to Orange County, like all it was just like that kind of. Well, actually, hold on, that's only comparable distance. Let's put it this way: I lived in Santa Ana and I had to take a bus to El Toro. All right, so it was about like a 25-mile bus ride, but on the bus, as you know, it's driven by Billy from Family Circus, so it has to follow that dotted line through everybody's fucking yard, and it takes 9 fucking hours just to get there. So horrible. The bus is just pathetic. It never takes you to where you want to go. I'll have dreams now where I'm on a bus. It's the weirdest thing. I've had dreams where I'm on a school bus and I'm adult me with other adults and we're driving through neighborhoods and they just won't stop and let any of us off. Like it's this, and fuck you in your dream book. Because Karen's got a dream book too, and I haven't told her about this dream because I don't want to hear what the school bus dream means, because she is very good at interpreting dreams. Her and her friend Vicky used to do it all the time. And then Vicky got Karen a dream book and I was like, thanks, Vicky. Are you going to look it up on the internet? All right. Joe Rogan actually does it on his Twitter. He'll be like, oh, I had a dream and it was this. And then I'm like, Joe, dude, no, don't tell me your dreams. I don't want to hear them. Show me more about your kale shake ingredients. What, did you find the school bus thing?
To dream of riding a bus means that you're going along with the crowd. You lack originality and control over where your life is taking you.
There you go, folks. That's me. And you know what? You add in the school part of it, which they don't have, but you add in the school bus part of it, and I'm sure that's some sort of weird thing with authority, where I'm doing what I'm being told, and I'm refusing to break the cycle. God damn it, I can't break the cycle, folks. Oh, there's a school bus?
To dream of a school bus means that you're about to venture on an important life, ...
You know what? Fuck these idiots. That's why this is it. You've just explained why the dream book and interpreting dream shit is terrible.
Needed for your personal growth. That's what it is.
Right, but they just said if you're on a bus, you're going nowhere. If you're on a school bus, you're headed somewhere. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, it's educational.
Well, who wrote that? Like the apostles, right? They wrote the dream book.
The apostles?
Yeah, they wrote it's the same guys who wrote the Bible.
What is this? This is John 10:17.
Oh, is it? People on a bus are going nowhere. People on a school bus going somewhere. This is the show, idiot.
Oh, that's from Leviticus. Pay no attention.
What? This is the show? All right, my fault. This is the Newish Testament. There's the Old Testament, the New Testament, and then there's the Newish Testament, which is you gotta blow the dust off it and read about buses. Folks. So I'm how did I get there? How did I get the buses from? Where was I? I was dreaming.
You were going in and sleeping laying down.
Oh yeah, I haven't lain down. Oh, and I sleep out in the car.
The length of the bus.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I sleep everywhere. All right. So now, folks, I also I should tell you I'm out of sorts. Did I mention that I forgot my earbuds? Did I talk about that yet? All right. I'm out of sorts, folks. I'm all upside down.
You finished it, but you did mention that you didn't pack your lunchbox because you got up.
Well, I remembered my phone, and then I got here.
Finish telling the story about when Karen came in to get you up. You haven't told that either.
Oh, well, let me start with sleep, because you know why? Because people need to know how I sleep first. So I sleep now in this ridiculous fucking inflatable goddamn pool raft, and so Sunday night I got home Monday morning. And I go, you know what? I'm just going to go. I'm going to sleep in the bed. So I had to wait for Karen to get up because I didn't want to go in there while she was in there, because I'm still weirded out that I'm going to break the thing. But then Karen gets up. I go to bed Monday morning, and I laid down. And I mentioned that the speed bump doesn't bother Karen. It kind of fucks with me a little bit because she turned the mattress around so it's up by our heads. Well, I sleep with my head flat. Like sometimes I don't use a pillow. I just lie flat with no pillow, and I use my arm. But then I'm raised up on that little hill, and it tweaks my back. God, I'm old. I'm the oldest man alive. And you know what? An air has fucked up my back. Literally, air has ruined my back. It's not ruined. It's just like this weird, you can tell that you've slept wrong or strange or on an angle. But it doesn't matter. I still sleep on it and it's fine. Except, like I said, every time you fucking roll over, I feel like I got to bail water out of the fucking thing. It's just like that weird noise, that creepy, but it's still, but you know, you crank the air up and it doesn't, I can sleep on a bed of fucking nails. It doesn't matter. But it was just nice to lay down and sleep. But unfortunately, we haven't set up the bedside table yet, so I don't have a clock or anything like that. So getting up is weird. So I said to Karen today, please get me up at 1 o'clock because I knew I would have some time to review whatever the fuck I was going to talk to you guys about, or at least try to think of something to talk to you about. And then Karen said, okay, I will get you up at 1. And then at 2:15, she woke me up. And I got up and I said 1 o'clock. She's like, I did get you up at 1 o'clock, and then you didn't get up. Well, So then what happened? It was, no, I had to go in the other room, and so I came back to wake you up now. But But I said 1 o'clock. I have to be up at 1 o'clock. What good is you being home and being my human alarm clock, Robin, if you're not going to get me up when I said to get me up? Because here's the thing, folks. When she was getting up for that insurance gig, she's like, call me at 5:30. And yes, I would forget a lot. But then I would call her at 6. And I'd say, are you up? And she'd go, yes, I'm up. And then I'd come home and I'd wake her up. I go, you need to wake up. I would go in and wake her up every 5 minutes until she was up. I would call. I would let the phone ring and ring and ring until she answered. And I said, are you awake? Because that's what you do, folks, when you're a human clock. But she shirked her human clock duties, and I got up at 2:15. So then I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to get ready to go. And then I had wanted to be here at 2, but then Lily had said 3, so 3 it was. But then at 2:15, I got to get up. I got to take a shower. And then I did. And then Lily called and said she wasn't here yet, or she had bad parking, so I waited a little longer to get here and let the parking situation cool down. And then I got here, and then Lily and I talked for 2 hours. So now it's late. It's dark. It's like actually almost dark outside. There's a picture I painted for you. Who cares? You don't care. Nobody cares. However, everybody cares. You care. So then I get here and I'm late and we talk for 2 hours, and then I open up my motherfucking lunchbox and no headphones. No headphones. I was going to say head buds and earphones. And then I said headphone. I almost said headphones. You know what that's they are? They're headphones. Earbuds or headphones. Because when you put them on, you're having so much fun, folks, with me and your iPod vagina. So I don't have headphones in now, so I can hear everything. It's weird. I don't like hearing anything. I like hearing me. I just want to hear me talk. That's how you are, right? All right. Why was I talking about Batgirl earlier? Let's get back to that. One of the first times I can remember thinking about sex ever as a kid was watching the Batman series, okay? And, he fought all these villains, and it was ridiculous, but I loved it. I watched it all the time. I told you one time I got up at 2 a.m. in my house, and I looked downstairs. My mom was asleep on the couch just out, and the TV was flickering, and Batman came on. So I went downstairs like really quiet. We climbed down the stairs, Lenny and I, and we just sat there and watched Batman with my mom sleeping on the couch. And for some reason, it was on back-to-back. It was on at 2. And this is in the old days when they didn't have anything on in the middle of the night. It would be a test pattern. But for some reason, they played a Batman at 2 and a Batman at 2:30 in the morning. We watched it. It was the Mr. Freeze one where Mr. Freeze freezes Bruce Wayne in his own pool. Yes, I remember that. I know people are like, well, how do you remember that? Because you do. You just remember Batman from when you were a kid, right? You remember things you liked when you were a kid. But believe me, I remember a lot of awful shit from when I was a kid, too. Should I tell you about that? Why not? We'll have a show. You're like, I could unload a half hour on you. You'd be like, Jesus Christ, go back to Batman frozen in his pool. Go back to you and your little kid boner over Batgirl, please. I can't listen to the rest of this. But I loved Batman. We would watch it all the time. Lenny and I would tie towels around our neck and watch it. And then my dad had a big chair. We would sit in that. That was the Batmobile. And I was fucking Robin. I hated it. But now Karen's Robin. Ha ha. But Batgirl, when she showed up, the song is awesome. You know, I can't even do it. I can, actually. I can sing every word, but I won't. All right, so go look it up. It's on YouTube, actually, the Batgirl song with the scene of her changing. Because Yvonne Craig was hot, but Batgirl was like retarded hot. Even a little kid could see it and go, I don't know why that makes me feel weird, but it does. Like you just all of a sudden you're a little kid, you get your hands in your pants for no reason, and it's just like, Batgirl made me do it. I don't know why. Because she would, you know what, Yvonne Craig, like I said, was hot. And she was in an Elvis movie, and she was totally hot in this Elvis movie. I think, is she in Change of Habit, I think? Or is Mary Tyler Moore in Change of Habit? I don't know. Yvonne Craig's in an Elvis movie, and she's hot. Sad. But in the Batman show, as Yvonne Craig, she was like hot, but then she would dress up like Batgirl and forget it. Like the red wig, holy shit, the fucking red wig? Are you kidding me? How amazing was that? And just the fetish outfit. And I saw her and I remember thinking like about sex things, even though I shouldn't have as a little kid. But at the time I'd also discovered porn in an alley and read it to all my friends. I told you that story a million times. So I kind of knew what that was, and I knew what ladies were in sex. Even at like however old I was, 7. Was I 7? 60, 70, 67, 74? No, yeah, I was 7. Here's when I discovered sex, folks. No, but there was one particular episode. There's two. Actually, there's two that I can see them in my fucking head, and I will. All right, I'm gonna probably have a hard on by the end of the stories. I apologize, Lily. Really? You think I do that every week? Oh my God, every week. What have I did? I just had I get it up for this show and I keep it hard the entire time. That's right. And by the end of it, I got to call a doctor. I actually popped Viagra just before the show, folks. It actually takes all the blood out of my head and puts it where it's supposed to be, so then I can actually clear my mind and tell you these stories. That's how it works. I'm incapable of telling stories unless I'm hard, which is why I don't do a lot of stage work anymore, folks. I got to be honest. The one man is always embarrassing. Why do you think I need a table? It's literally in my rider. I need a table on stage because I stand behind it like a goddamn podium. I have to, folks. Otherwise, it's just distracting. All right, so not as distracting as I would like it to be, but still distracting. 2 scenes, folks, and Jesus, I can't even. In one, they're fighting Egghead, who is played by Vincent Price, and he is teamed up with Olga, Queen of the Cossacks, who apparently is very angry at Batman. I don't know why. And they're also going to cook Batman at one point, and her soldiers are chopping vegetables into a big soup, and they're singing the Volga Batman instead of the Volga Boatmen, which is a song. I didn't realize until I grew up what it was, because when I was a kid, it was just like the Volga Batman, and they're chopping vegetables. But then I found out later it's like an actual song for the Volga Boatman. All right. Listen, folks, this show it's you know what this is? It's verbal Wikipedia. You never have to look up anything. I will source and completely give you every fact you need to understand what I'm talking about. I will source every story. You never have to look anything up. So, Batman is fighting against Egghead and Olga, Queen of the Cossacks, and then Batgirl shows up. That was my favorite part, too, is that Batgirl would just show up in the middle of a fight, and then she would wind up in trouble, and they would have to save her. Because Batman, come on, Batgirl, she couldn't fight. But it didn't matter. It was worth it to watch her fucking trying to fight in that outfit. God damn it. Oh, what a backyard on Batgirl. So, and her suit was made out of, again, that purple, glittery, oh, dudes. So she's fighting against Egghead, and for some reason, because Olga, Queen of the Cossacks, is Russian, she enjoys caviar. So she has a huge, like, above-the-ground pool filled with caviar. I don't know why, again, because as I get older now, I realize that's not a great place to store your caviar, folks. I've had caviar. It's fish eggs. It needs to be refrigerated. You cannot store it in a giant above-the-ground pool. Your entire secret hideout is going to be rank, and Batman's going to find it in seconds. Because people in the street are going to be going, holy shit, do you smell those rotting fish eggs? I do. I'll bet that's where Olga, Queen of the Cossacks, keeps her caviar in an above-the-ground pool. Batman shows up. And that's actually how Batgirl was able to find it. Remember I said she shows up in the middle of a fight? That's what she did. She's driving her motorcycle. She's like, oh my God, that smells like rotten fish. I'll bet that's where Batman is fighting Egghead. Pulls up, leaps into the basement. May have been a basement. I don't know if it was. May have been above the ground, like the pool. So there's this big fight raging, and the best is the Robin stunt double is hitting people. If you've never seen a fight scene from the old 60s Batman, go watch it, because the second it starts, they pull Burt Ward and his giant cock out of the fight, and they put in like a 75-year-old man with a hairpiece that looks like sort of what Burt Ward would look like if he were fighting an old. It's so crazy. When I was a kid, I loved it. I would go, oh my God, the Robin stunt double. Because Batman at least has the cowl on, so you really can't tell. But all Robin has on is that bullshit fucking dryer sheet around his eyes. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not a fucking disguise. That's ridiculous. He's got a bow tie tied around his head. You know immediately it's not Burt Ward or Robin anymore, because it's this 40-year-old man who's throwing these winged punches. It's great. So they wind up in their fight. There's the Robin stunt double, and there's Batman fighting, and then Batgirl. Her fight always consists of she ducks a lot, and then Batman picks her up and she kicks a guy in the face. Or even better, she'll lean back on a table and kick her legs. Oh, and you get a full-on shot of her legs. God damn it, Batgirl. The producers knew what they were doing. So, by the way, when did this show become reminiscent about old TV shows? I mean, it's like Kojak and BJ and the Bear and fucking Batman. It's like, oh my God, I have completely run out of life to tell you about. Because again, I said I had nothing this week, but now all I'm doing is backtracking and telling you, well, I guess it's about me as a kid, because I would watch these things and just want to furiously, like, you know, that thing where I'd be watching this Batman, and then I'd have to lay like on the rug, like face down, like so just so my cock was banging into the floor as a child. Like, because I didn't know at the time, I didn't know you could masturbate or didn't know what you're supposed to do with it. So it was just like, well, pressure. I need to put pressure on this thing right away so the swelling will go down. Because I would get a fucking, hard on when Batgirl was on, and it would just be like, I don't know what to do. All right, so you'd just do that thing where you'd lay on your stomach and hope it went away. Still do it. Air mattress does not help. I should just lay above the speed bump. Maybe that'll help. All right. So the speed, you know what? I lied. The speed bump fucks me up because it's up on my neck now and I don't have a thing. And I reach, all right, here's how I do. I sleep on my side, folks. I either sleep on my stomach or I sleep on my right side. I'm on the left side of the bed. All right, let me tell all you people, whenever you see me, you need to be on my right-hand side. In every photo I take, and if you're in bed with me, wherever you are with me, if you're in a bathtub with me, wherever you are, you have to be on the right-hand side of me. I don't know why, you just do. So that's because Karen's side of the bed is the right-hand side. I'm on the left-hand side because I need, you got to be on for, I don't know, I need my right hand free for things on that side. Who knows? I can't figure it out, but I'm uncomfortable if you're on my left. And I think we all know it's about my comfort, right? Isn't it? Every meet and greet, every time I talk to you, every photo opportunity, every time we're on a couch, you have to be making sure in your mind at all times that I'm comfortable. Because you never know what'll happen, folks. By the way, don't get me too comfortable. I will have to lie face down on your rug. I have to lie on my stomach, and then you'll be like, what's happening? Nothing. It's a long story. But now you know. If you ever see me, folks, and I'm lying on my stomach, now you know what's happening. I don't know where that would be. Oftentimes I'll just show up at a coffee house, just lie on the floor. What's happening? Is there a puddle we need to walk across? Chivalry is not dead. True, but if I were to roll over, chivalry completely not dead. All right, so what was I talking about? I was, sure. Why not? Let's talk about it. Let's put up a photo of it. Let's do that. Hold on, check your phone. I just sent you a message. All right, so that's all of you. I just sent all of you a message. That's for Kickstarter. That's what I'm doing now. Instead of Kickstarter, I'm mass texting all of you a picture of my cock. You don't want to talk to me anyway. All right. So, I've actually like thrown myself like with that thought, like with that idea. All right. That's not. Yeah. Don't trust me. That's not happening. Why did I say trust me? It's the stupidest thing in the world. Trust me, that's not happening. As if I were really considering it. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. What if I did while I'm on the show, just put a picture up on Facebook of my cock? Hey, this is what the show's about this week. I'm out. All right. Now, I don't need to get tossed off Facebook for posting my Zuckerberg. All right, so, folks. That's a long folks. The fuck was I talking about? So on the air mattress, I lie on my right hand side, but because I don't want my right arm crushed beneath me, I lay on my right side, but I thrust my arm out across the bed and on top of the pillows that are next to me. But with that weird speed bump right at my like shoulder level, when I put my arm out, it tweaks the shoulder a little bit, and it literally even just 2 inches fucks you up. You know what I mean? So I've been waking up. So I started sleeping there Sunday, and I've been there like 3 days. And so we got to figure out something with the speed bump. I gotta spin the bed around so it's down by my ankles or something. Yeah. This is not even a show anymore. This is just me thinking out loud of things that I need to do, things that I've done. That's not even a show. Like there's no pretense of entertainment value. There's just a guy telling you something that happened when he slept. Oh, my fucking God. I just bitched about people with the dream book. I told you what position I sleep in and how it affected my shoulder. Jesus Christ. See, this is what happens when I don't have earbuds. When I have earbuds on, it keeps the funny in my head. It traps it within my ears. But now that I'm talking to you, none of it's coming out all the funny's escaping via my ears, and I'm telling you some boring story about sleep positions. Jesus Christ. And by the way, let's interpret those too, motherfuckers. They can do because they do that. Because I'll sleep on my stomach with my knee up, like in a number 4 kinda, like all right, sleep. If you were flat down on your stomach, and then you raised your left leg like all the way up as high as it would go, like so my knee is almost like around my chest. I sleep like that, so I look like a fucking asterisk or an ampersand or something that begins with A, but I'm all kind of twisty, but I'm not really twisty. Just my leg is up. It's almost, it's like I'm doing a sleep plie. That's what I'm doing. Ha yeah. Fucking sleep plie. That's it. Call Martha Graham. I'm doing a fucking sleep plie. You heard it. It's the method of modern dance. methodofdance. It's the method of modern dance. That's right. Call Hall & Oates too. Call Martha Graham. Call fucking Twyla Tharp. Call Hall & Oates. They all want to know how I sleep. Goddamn sleep plie. I invented it. I should wear slippers to bed. All right. And a danskin. Oh, a danskin. I need a danskin. I can't wear a danskin. Awful. I'll look like a house getting bug bombed. Oh, man. I'm too big to wear a danskin. Fucking look like Bryan Cranston's in my belly making meth. Fuck that. Can't happen. All right. So, the fuck is I talking about before I invented the sleep plie? Goddamn, look at me, folks. I'm inventing great shit. You sleep, you dream, and you tell me about it the next day. Fuck that. I dance. I dance in my sleep. Sleep plie. Oh, God. I honestly, I want to stop talking after sleep plie because there's really nowhere to go from there. Who tops that? Nobody. Who better than me? No one. All right. I wish I had those earphones in to keep it in. That's right. I call them earphones now. I like that. I invented that word. Earbuds and earphones. Earphones. These are earphones. All right. So where were we? What show from the 70s was I telling you about? I can't remember. MASH. Remember when Major Winchester did a sleep plie? Oh, I hacked it from him. Damn it. All right. I'm actually wearing a dress like Klinger right now. That's right. All right. So, what was I talking about? You're in charge of this.
No clue. The bed, the sleep.
The sleep. I fucked my arm up that way. Sleep plie.
Sleeping in the bedroom while Karen is up in the day.
Oh, she's got to get out of there. Stop. Get out of the cave. Lily and I showed up here for 2 hours. Lily and I just talked about how broke we are. How it's like all over. It's all over for us. We need jobs. She's like, I need to build a resume and find a gig. And then she's like, I don't know if I can because I don't have a degree. And I'm like, well, good luck finding anything with a degree. You don't have a degree. But I'm in the same fucking boat. I'm in the same place. This is why we're too good. We need to do something, right? Shouldn't we do something? We were brought together for a reason, not only just to foist this show upon the unsuspecting public, but there's a reason that I met you at the Strange and Crazy show or whatever the fuck it was. And it was election year. It was an election year when I met you. Yeah. I met you in an election year, and now it's an election year. We need something's up. That's a sign.
Yeah, that only happens every 4 years for president.
You shitting on this?
Have I known you 8 years now?
I guess so, yeah.
Wow.
You shitting on this?
No,
I was bringing you in. I was bringing you into the open arms.
Because it's like it was random that we met. Yes, those election things never happen.
You are shitting on this. You continue to shit on this.
I was being...
You're out. You know what? You're out. I opened my arms. I extended a hand. I was going to bring you into my sleep plie and make my single a duo. And now you're out. I thought we were smart. And we were like old smart people should band together and try to make things happen. We could figure something out, but no, apparently not. You decided to divest yourself of me already.
Religious cult.
There's no money in it early. We'd have to we'd have to wait 10 years to make any money from that. The two of us on a goddamn street corner. See, that's the thing. We can't go Swaggart style. By the way, how great would that be if that was the Gangnam Style? They fucking whoop a Swaggart style, and you're just holding up like a fucking Bible on a street corner somewhere and doing that dance. God damn it, Gangnam Style. All right, Korea seems nice. All right, so the fuck was I saying?
I have no idea.
You know how I know Korea seems nice? Because when I was there with MASH. It was a police action. I was there. Built a still. All right, so folks, there was something I was talking about before I went and invented the sleep plie.
No clue.
Did I finish talking about Batman?
No, you never finished talking about Batman.
All right. Right, literally, people at home are just like, oh no. We were praying to God he wouldn't remember Batman. But now it's leaped into his head and we have to hear it again. Hey, fuck you. I can tell you about my sleep positions again. And then I woke up and I had a crick in my neck. So what? Nobody cares. Technology. I should just have a 70s television podcast. Seriously. I mean, it's just, I'd call Goebel and the two of us could do it. But the problem is Goebel likes everything. Like, he wouldn't let me make fun of anything. I would do a 70s podcast with Goebel about, like, 70s TV, and I would try to, like, make fun of it, and he'd just be like, I love that show. And he'd hate me, and then he'd ask 9 trivia questions. All right. Why are you making a face? He's not here. Is he here?
No, I think that's a brilliant idea.
What?
It could be like good cop, bad cop kind of show. Where you hate everything and he loves it.
Good king, bad king.
Good king, bad king.
I'm already, like I said, I'm already a king size bag of meat, like already a king size bag of air. Yeah, I was a king size bag of meat. I guess I'm both. I'm a bag of meat and air. Idiot. All right, so Batman. Let's get back to that, folks, because I know you're home right now going, when is he going to finish talking about Batman? And then move on to cooking shows, because we know he loves to talk about cooking shows. That's it. That's all I watch. I watch Kojak, and I watch cooking shows, and I watch Batman. I love cooking shows. Even as a kid, I watched Julia Child and fucking Galloping Gourmet. I love the Galloping Gourmet. Just this gay dude flitting around making pancakes. Awesome. Or crepes. He made French food. He didn't make pancakes. I thought of a great idea for pancakes. Dude, you know how if you go and have pancakes and you put like chocolate chips in them? Because I have friends who make pancakes and they're like, oh, they're delicious. And I'm like, pancakes are good. Karen loves pancakes. So we'll go to the store whenever we go. And I never order pancakes. If we go out, if she makes pancakes, I might eat one. But if we go out to breakfast, I get breakfast. I like savory breakfast. I told you I don't like sweet breakfast. I like a savory breakfast. Pancakes, you got to tart them up with fucking syrup and all that bullshit. However, occasionally, sometimes, there will be some sort of Hail Mary pass where I want something sweet for breakfast. And I'm like, I thought of a perfect thing. Dude, get this. Make your pancakes at your house. All right, make the batter. Get it all squared away with your vanilla and a little bit of nutmeg in there. And, get your batter all squared away and you put it in the pan. You ever have chocolate chip pancakes? All right. Chocolate chip pancakes, they're good. Blueberry pancakes, good. But again, too sweet. There's a real lot of heavy sweet there. And because you are a pancake person, my friend Lily Von Stupp. You are. You go to Griddle Cafe and you get the red velvet pancakes. Yeah, I will admit those were good. And I had some other pancakes there that were super sweet, but also real good. They're Uncle Buck pancakes. You got to flip them with a fucking snow shovel. Like they're that big. It's a good place. And there's always a line. It's a nice place to go. Go to the Griddle Cafe. Some weird endorsement. And they're just like, really? Do you have a hard on while you're telling us about the Griddle Cafe too? Literally everything I told you I got to be hard for the whole story. And then when I have some weird diversion into that, they're like, is he hard talking about pancakes too? Yes. My new pancake recipe will get you hard. It's not even a recipe. It's stupid. It's just, I thought of this. Instead of just putting in blueberries, which are and chocolate chips, oh my God, dude, fill your pancakes with Fruity Pebbles. Oh my God. Because and you're funny. You're like, hey Mike, you don't like sweet anything, and you're going to put Fruity Pebbles in your pancake? Yes, I am. Because when they're in there, just fill them and they'll be crunchy, like almost like fucking like Rice Krispie treats. They'll be so full of Fruity Pebbles. It'll be pancake with Fruity Pebbles, and you flip it over and you put some on the top. Oh my God. And you eat it with like a blueberry syrup. Oh, dude, talk about diabetes on a plate. Awesome, fucking awesome, and crunchy little texture. God damn it, fill your pancakes with Fruity Pebbles. I need to open a restaurant. Because they do that with cornflakes now, where they'll put cornflakes in, what was it I saw the other day? Like French toast. They'll bread French toast with cornflakes. Why not pancakes with Fruity Pebbles? I'm waiting, why not? All right. I was letting you, look, I let you have your say at home. I'm sure you talked right there to your iPod vagina. Why not? But here's why not, Mike. But I only gave you 4 seconds and I cut you off. Because I don't want to hear why not. It's a perfect idea. That's right. It's worth 2 perfects. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could do Axl Rose's voice there, because there's a song, and he says, I said it's perfect, but he said it's like the meanest you'll ever hear anybody. There's all right, like there's great songs where you hear guys be mean. There's a Tool song called Jerk Off, and it's on the live EP. And in the song, Maynard is just fucking intense. And he the end of the song, he screams and he's like, shoot it, kick it, shoot you in your fucking head, which is mean. And but that's a great lyric in a song, right? Shoot you in your fucking head. We can all agree on that. But in the middle of this, there's the solo, and then it's heading for the break for the end of the song, and it's just this weird apex of the music. It's like, and it's kicking. I can't even describe it. And Maynard just yells "die" into the microphone, and it lasts like 15 seconds. Like it's this weird, and like at maximum, it's not like die. It's like die. I can't do it. I won't do it justice. I'm sorry that I gave you that even 2-second bite that we should cut out because it was awful. But it's from the fucking diaphragm, and it's just like die, and it's fucking. And then he goes, and the best part is he starts to run out of breath, and he goes die, and it just, and then the music, god damn it, it's fucking amazing. It's like there's a Guns N' Roses song called Right Next Door to Hell, and that's what I was thinking of, is because Axl. No, it's Perfect Crime. Because he says, it's the perfect crime. God damn it, it's the perfect crime. Motherfucker, it's the perfect crime. And then he just says, I said it's perfect. But he does it in this mean voice that I can't do. It's like, he goes, I said it's perfect. Like he just screams it. And you're just like, God damn, I love Axl. He's so fucking mean to everybody. I wish, and then he's going to be here. God damn it, folks. Listen. Axl's going to be on Jimmy Kimmel October 24th, and I want to go. Like, I just want to be in the room, but I don't want to get tickets and sit with the great unwashed. Like, I need to know if I have a show business connection that can get me in there and backstage, because I got to meet Axl, right? I got to see him. I got to talk to him, right? There's no point in just being in the goddamn room, because then I'll just leap on stage, because he can't, and he'll understand, because he's got, like, weird rage and all that. It's like, why not? Why shouldn't I do that? Run up and tackle Axl? A taxel? Let's do a taxel. Attack Axl with a tackle. Attack Axl. Attack Axl. Attack Axl with a tackle. A taxel. Damn it. All right. Attack Axl with a tackle would be a taxicle. There you go. It's a taxicle. I knew I was missing some sort of syllable. All right. So, I fucking love Axl. Just fucking full of rage. And he's going to be in Vegas. He's going to be in Vegas for fucking like 12 days. He's doing a residency at the House of Blues around Halloween, and I want to go so bad. And it's close. Like, I could do it, but I have no money. I can't even buy a pen. Like, I went the other day to buy pens. Like, I needed pens, right? All right, look, this is another problem with Robin. She doesn't understand that things are tough now, but I needed pens for work, so I had to buy certain pens. So we were in the store, and I bought pens, and then I grabbed pens, and she grabbed a box of pens. And she's like, oh, look at these pens. And I'm like, yeah, those are nice. I go, are we leaving? And she's like, well, can I get these pens? And it's like, well, why do you need pens? I said, I have 40 pens on my desk that I'm now going to put on your desk because I only use a certain pen. I'm a one-pen guy. So I was going there to buy my brand of pen, and I bought like 20 of them. So I could have them on my desk and in my bag, and when I take them on the road, I only write with a certain pen. When I sign things, when I write my name, when I write my set lists, I have to have a certain pen. Yes, I'm weird, folks. When you need me to sign something, please approach me on my right-hand side. You need to be on my right-hand side, and I will use my pen to sign it for you. But then Karen is like, I need a pen. She goes, I need pens. And I go, I have 40 pens that I hate that I'm going to give to you. They're going to go on your desk. And by the way, that's not a good thing to say, because then she's like, why do I get the shit pens? And it's like, they have ink in them. You can use them. I am the one who's an idiot who needs these pens for work. I have to have them. And so then she got all pissed. So I bought her box of pens, and then she got pissed that I bought the box of pens. And it's like, dude, you can't be pissed that I'm not getting your pens. And then when I martyr out and then I buy your fucking pens, you get pissed that I bought your pens. You wanted the pens, right? Well, no, not if you're going to be an asshole about it. What do you mean an asshole? You don't need pens. I've got 40 pens that are going on your desk that you can use. And what do you use pens for? Go to your work and steal pens. Oh, I forgot. I'm a horrible person. Yes, I'm a horrible person. I understand that. But Jesus, it's all ending. She won't stop punching my Jenga. So now she's got a box of pens. Yay! Good for you. Now you have your own pen. I'm the only weirdo in one of the house. I'm the only weirdo who should have his own pen. Now you've got your own pen. Now the two of us have different pens that don't match. It's a story of our lives. Our pens don't match. She punched my Jenga. All right. So, Batgirl. Now, Batgirl wouldn't make me buy her pens. Batgirl would not make me buy her pens. I would hop on the back of her bike. Oh, she'd buy me pens. That's what Batgirl would do. She's got a lot of money on a librarian salary. Batgirl's a librarian. All right? We got that, right? Batgirl, Barbara Gordon is a librarian. How does she build that swinging wall makeup thing with a motorcycle that's tricked out? How do you do it, Batgirl? Where does she come from? Who is she now? All right. God damn it. I want to be Batgirl. Just to have like a closet, you push a button, it swings around. There's the red wig. Oh, the wig. You have a wig head. You need to put a red wig on it. Jesus Christ. That wouldn't be safe. No, I'd go off like a garden hose with a hole in it. All right. All right, folks. So there's Barbara Gordon. She's a librarian. She becomes Batgirl by getting an outfit that's skin tight and then building a thing in her house. It makes no sense. Who cares? I don't care. She got the motorcycle tricked out, hides it. She built a fake wall in her alley. She's a librarian. I guess she has access to all of the Time Life Home Improvement books. So she knows how to tear down a wall and then make it like a ramp. Good for you, Batgirl. That's industrious. That's someone who really wants to fight crime. How long because look, if I decide I want to fight crime, okay? Look, we were going to be street preachers a second ago, and I said, nah, I don't want to wait. Like, I didn't want to start at ground and then build up, because that's what Batgirl had to do. She's like, I want to fight crime, but I can't fight crime as a librarian named Barbara Gordon. I need to be Batgirl. So she's got to get the outfit. She's got to get the motorcycle. She's got to trick it up. She's got to learn how to ride a motorcycle. She's got to get a Class B license. She's got to build that like hideaway with the makeup, and then she's got to buy how many different red wigs. She's got to tear down the wall in the alley. The city didn't notice that she's got a wall to her apartment building that she's tearing down. Because she doesn't live in a house. See, Batman's got a cave underneath his house with poles he slides down and a butler who makes secrets up. Okay, that's fine. Nobody knows about Batman because he lives out in the fucking country. Batgirl lives in the city, tore a wall out of her apartment complex to make it like a fake garage for her bike. I don't know how she did it. But you really got to want to fight crime if you go to those lengths. Lily and I were going to become street preachers. I couldn't even be bothered to go ahead and get a Bible. I hadn't bought Bible 1 and I gave up on the idea. Even if in 10 years I've got a cult and all of you motherfuckers are drinking Kool-Aid and I got an island and it's awesome and I look like Powers Booth in big fucking sunglasses. Oh shit, how amazing would that be? God damn it. You know what? Fuck it. We're going cult. Let's do it. We need to start island shopping. You and I will go ahead and start island, and Robin will come along with her pens. She's going to frown on this. God damn it. Hey, Lily and I are starting a cult. Well, I don't think that's a very good idea, and here's why. I've written it out in pen. God damn it. Stop thwarting my progress, Robin. Punching my Jenga all the time. Fuck it. Lily and I are going out to Jenga Island. Try punching that. All right. I'm starting a cult. Batgirl, that was dedication. Tore out the whole brick wall. That's brick, too. It's not like it was drywall bullshit that she could just fucking hit with a sledgehammer. That was brick. She had to take it apart brick by brick and then rebuild it. And then put it on a weird release so it came down as a ramp. How strong is Barbara Gordon? She does not work in the microfiche section of the library, I can tell you that. She's lugging around Encyclopedia Britannicas. That's how you get the upper body strength to tear down a wall and build a ramp out of bricks. Barbara Gordon is stronger than anyone. Okay, so she buys the outfit, she gets the wig, she decides she's going to fight crime, which is good for her, and we need her on board because Batman and Robin certainly are not taking care of the city enough. How arrogant is Barbara Gordon to think that Batman and Robin need help? What the fuck? She's in her dad's office. He has a telephone that goes right to Batman. Whenever there's any trouble at all, she knows her dad can call Batman on some weird... By the way, how does that work, first of all? There's like a red phone. You push one button and it rings in the Batcave? Who hooked up the phone in the Batcave? AT&T knows who Batman is. That's not good. He had to swear those motherfuckers to secrecy. But the arrogance to think that Batman needs help from a chick. Barbara Gordon. I understand you're bored being a librarian, but that doesn't mean you just insinuate yourself into the fucking underworld. All right. All that said. All that said about the strength and arrogance of Barbara Gordon. She winds up in this fight with Egghead and Olga, Queen of the Cossacks. And then there's soldiers, and then Batman and Robin are fighting, and then Batgirl shows up. And in the midst of the fight, as I said, her skills, because again, she's tired of stacking bricks all day, so she can't exactly give her all in a fist fight. So she throws a few kicks, and she looks pretty good with her cape twirling around, and her ass looks amazing in that fucking outfit. And then she's got like that weird bullet bra because Yvonne Craig was stacked. Oh my God, so stacked. And somehow Egghead gets the drop on her. He gets the egg drop on her, and he throws her right in the soup. God damn it! That has been an egg drop soup reference. Egghead gets the drop on her, and he grabs her from behind. And he picks her up, and he body slams her into the above-the-ground pool full of caviar. Which, first of all, for her, icky. She's not happy about it, because, again, as we mentioned, it stunk throughout the entire city. That's how they found the hideout. It's not exactly the best place to keep your caviar fresh, stored in an above-the-ground pool. However, the best part of this caviar substance is Batgirl gets thrown in, the fight continues, but then they cut over and they show Batgirl, and the caviar is like sticking to her, like she looks like a woolly wally. You know what that is? Is that what it's called, a woolly wally, where you use like a magnetic pen and you give them a beard? She basically looks like it's stuck to her like her tits, and it's stuck on the suit. Like she's lying down struggling in this skin tight suit, and now she's covered in like this black sticky. I mean, dudes, I can't. Hold on, I gotta lay on my stomach. As a little kid, I saw it, and even then, I remember because she's struggling, and the outfit alone is enough, and then the red hair, but then the black stuff starts sticking to her tits. It did, and to her legs, and like she's trying to move her legs around, and it's skin tight, and she rolls over, and it's stuck on her ass, and it's just like, even as a kid, I'm like, I'm going to marry Batgirl and buy a pool full of caviar. Like, I mean, literally, it wasn't even a question. Like, I knew then what I wanted to do in my life, and it was going to be marry a librarian who has a secret fucking compartment with a motorcycle in it. And a red wig. She has to have a red wig. See, if Robin would have wanted me to buy her a red wig instead of a box of pens, I would have done it. What if I said, I need 20 pens? She goes, I need a red wig. Done. Oh, my Christ, of course. So that happened. Like that moment of her in the caviar. And I remember then as a little kid just like getting a little kickstand and just going, holy shit, oh my God, what's happening there? I don't know what's happening with me or her or anything. All I know is eventually I'll meet Batgirl someday. There's another scene. Because, of course, why wouldn't I tell you the other scene? I think I've mentioned this one on here before. They had a bunch of different Catwomen, and the Catwomen wore all the same outfit. Like Lee Merriweather was amazing. Julie Newmar, Julie Newmar. You know what? Eartha Kitt, gorgeous, amazing body. Lee Merriweather was in the movie. She was Catwoman. But Julie Newmar was ridiculous. Like ridiculous. Like she could be standing next to Batgirl and you'd be like, you in the red, go get us drinks. I mean, like literally. No offense, Batgirl was hot, but Julie Newmar in the Catwoman outfit, oh, Jesus Christ. See, the Batman producers knew what they were doing. And that's why they threw in Robin with a big hose for the girls. They're like, oh yeah, Robin's got a big crank. But yeah, so Batgirl was never in a Julie Newmar Catwoman. She was in an Eartha Kitt Catwoman. And they kidnapped her, and I've mentioned this. They tie her up with cat whiskers, and they throw her on this lawn. So she's bound. She's wearing like the Batgirl outfit, and she's all tied up, and it's tight like all the way around her body, all the way like her, because they didn't just tie her hands. They tied her hands and her ankles. So, and her legs are crossed. That was key. They crossed her legs over one another and then tied her ankles up. So then she had even more shape to her. And it hurt. And the way to escape this, I've talked about this. God damn it. I swear to God, I must have talked about this because it's so vivid in my memory as a child. To escape, what she did was her body heat forced they were cat whiskers that they tied her up with, and her body heat made them contract. So eventually she was going to get sliced up. But she was on this lawn. They dumped her on this lawn. And so she's rolling around trying to escape. So she's rolling around in the dirt in the Batgirl outfit, all tied up, and like you're seeing ass tits as she rolls around, and then she rolls and she decides that she's going to turn on a sprinkler, because once the sprinkler goes off, it's going to force the cat whiskers to not contract but expand, and she'll be free because it'll neutralize her body heat. But the only way that she can turn on the sprinkler is with her mouth. Like, so she's rolling and rolling, and she's trying to get out of the whiskers, and she's rolling in the dirt, and then she rolls over to the whiskers, and she's straining to get to the buttons to turn it's just her face coming into view, and she's stretching her neck, and she has to use her nose or whatever to turn on the whiskers. And I remember just the act of her being tied up and not being able to escape was great. And then the outfit is awesome. But then she rolls and then she leans forward. She's trying to crane her neck. And as a little kid, it's like, well, she looks like she's trying to kiss somebody. But at the same time, there's other things going on there, too, because of the way she's all tied up. And also, she's in the outfit. So most of the time you're staring at her body. At least I was. So her ass, her legs, the boots, fucking the belt, her hips were amazing. She had those 60s hips that nobody has anymore. Just they're just perfect. And the belt hung on it kind of sideways. And you're just like, what's in the belt? Something bad, right? You're going to make me do bad things with the belt, I hope. But she's got that straight up hourglass figure from the 60s. The belt is perched to the side. Because look, I'm I like big tits and glasses. I've talked about that. I love the shorthand of that. Folks, I like big tits and glasses. I can't stop mentioning that because I'm a fucking animal, right? Because God forbid I talk about things like a normal human being. Instead, I'm like, I like big tits and glasses. Strangers of the world who have no idea who I am and have never heard of me. Oh, what do you know about that guy? I don't know. He talks about 4 hours a time at his podcast, and he likes big tits and glasses. The end. But I may have misrepresented myself, folks. I may have purported to like big tits and glasses just a little too much. I do love them. Don't get it wrong. But, folks, ass, stop. Don't make that motherfucker hammer time. You heard it. It's all about me and Big Sean and Nikki and ass. Ass and eyes, folks, and big tits and glasses and hair. I like ladies. Let's stop. Again, remember how I drew on my knee? I drew it into sections where you can go, oh, this is in paint. That's how I have ladies now. I'm drawing them up. This is the chuck. This is the roast. This is the loin. Ass. Stop. Now make that motherfucker hammer time. All right, so, folks, anyway. So she's got the hips and the outfit and amazing, and she's looking, just her ass in that fucking suit and the boots. Kick me with those boots. Really, stomp on me. I don't care. Honestly. And the thing is, I will say this, too, because she's wearing a cowl. So she's got like the weird mask on and then the red hair. So it's kind of like she's got big tits and glasses, except the glasses are like a full-on cowl, like a mask. So she's got big tits, glasses, and ass. Holy shit, she's the whole package. But then, like I said, you're usually looking at her body, but as she's rolling around trying to free herself from the nefarious Catwoman and her contracting whiskers, you have to focus on her face because they keep showing like close-ups of her face as she's struggling. So, Jesus Christ, you want to talk about like a little kid hard on? Well, then you see she's struggling, and then you're like, you want to help her, but then also at the same time, she's kind of in jeopardy, and so that's kind of cool. Even as a kid, you don't know why, but I'm just laying there on my stomach watching it over and over as she rolls around on the lawn, and they show her body in the amazing outfit, but then they keep showing her face, and she's like, struggling, and that's great. And then she gets over, she's got to try to put her face up against the she's going to set the sprinkler off, and the only way she can do it is with her face, her mouth, or her nose. And now she's craning her neck. So normally you're just looking at her body, at least I was, like I said, but now you get to look at her face and you're like, oh my God, she's crazy, like beautiful too. She's not only that, Batgirl's beautiful on top of all of it. And then she's straining her face, craning her neck. She's trying to get over, and she's trying to get her nose and her face and her mouth over to push the buttons of the sprinkler. And I swear to God, I'm laying there as a kid, and I know this, watching it, and she's straining her neck, and I can feel that thing where I'm straining my neck like toward the television, almost like. And I don't even know why, but it's just that thing where you're reacting to the what's going on because it's tense. Of course it's tense. Catwoman has tied her up in these constricting whiskers that she may never escape. So I'm worried about that, of course. But secondly, she's straining her face and she's tied up, and I'm laying down, and I got a fucking little kid boner, and I'm leaning forward too. It's that thing. You do it during horror movies. You ever do that when you're watching a horror movie and you realize that your spine is contorted, and you're like, I gotta fucking relax. Well, I remember that. I mean, but believe me, it just wasn't my spine that was contorted. as I watch Batgirl roll around in her fucking beautiful face. And again, this is from a 7-year-old. I mean, and I've kept it all along. And all of this could be wrong. This episode may have never happened. She may have never been tied up by Catwoman. There might not even be a Batgirl. I don't know. This could all be from a fertile 7-year-old's mind as he wondered why he was banging his heart out into a rug. But it's just that sexual frustration that builds up because you don't know how to jerk off yet. But man, I can remember leaning toward the TV as it was happening, as she was leaning to fucking and then the water sprayed and then she got free. And it was like, yay, boo. God damn it, why is she free? This should have been a half hour long. Why couldn't it have been 30 minutes of her trying to get out of those fucking whiskers? That would have been amazing. I would have grown up quick. I would have been a 7-year-old. All of a sudden was ready for fucking high school. I may have smoked when it was over after a half hour. I may have literally had a cigarette. Like gone to my mom and said, I got to smoke. And if she was watching, she would have said, yeah, I understand why. And then it's just 7-year-old me sitting on a couch with my mom, smoking. Sharing a bonding parenting moment as I try to hide my heart under her pillow. My mom takes a drag on her cigarette. She looks at me. She goes, in 38 years, you're going to be able to tell the world about this. Really, Mom? Yeah. And you're going to want to. Really, Mom? Yeah. And they're going to listen, son. They're all going to listen. You guys can get me at MikeandMikeSchmidtComedy.com. You can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40yearoldboy. You can follow me at Twitter.com/the40yearoldboy. You can be my friend David Hernandez's friend on Facebook. He's the guy who does all the artwork and the music for this show at Facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez. And our friend Lily Von Stupp is the producer. You can get her on Facebook at Facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp and be her friend. You can follow her on Twitter at 2 different accounts, Twitter.com/MNTs and Twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp. And if you want to write Lily a personal note, and you want to find out exactly why she and I are going to be driving to Vegas every weekend of our lives, you can write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com. Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. Done this whole show without earbuds. Very freaky, folks. Very weird. I don't like doing it. Because then I hear myself talk. I hear everything else surrounding me, the fan. That show is let me tell you, it's the sexiest, the hottest, the most amazing show. Damn it, I've been waiting a week to do that. It's the sexiest show, the sexiest, hottest burlesque show you'll ever see. The longest running, certainly the most successful, certainly the most amazing. I can tell you that. I'll use that word again. I think I just used it a second ago, and now I throw it in a second time. Amazing. As a matter of fact, it's not even a word. It's 2 words. UHMAZING. That's how I would describe the 3 clubs show, the Monday Night Teas. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Lily just confused me because she had a pen. I happen to know the producer of that show. She's sitting right here, as a matter of fact. Her name is Lily Von Stupp. Hey, Lily.
Hello, Michael.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How was last week's Monday Night Teas?
It was splendid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an adjective you've never used.
I don't think I have. I had a wonderful time.
Well, good.
Rob Dillon and I hosted. There were
It was wonderful and splendid. Hold on.
There were chicks from Australia. There was merriment.
All right, wonderful, splendid, and merriment. Was everyone in the audience smoking a pipe? Was that possible?
Yes.
That sounds like, yeah, it sounds
We
like,
gave them out at the beginning of the show. It was Pipe Week.
oh,
It was Pipe Week and
that's
we gave
big. Well, I've been to that show. You really want something in your mouth through the duration. Well, good. I'm glad it turned out. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad it was splendid and there was merriment to be had. And there's a show this week, right, on Monday Night Teas, because it's the longest running burlesque show. How could it not be this week? It's the longest running burlesque show in the history of burlesque. So there will be ladies in their clothes and the removing of said, right? That's this week. Is it a theme show?
No.
A regular show.
Regular.
A regular tease show. Will you be involved in some way?
Yes, I cast it.
Well, you run the thing. Obviously, you're the producer. We know
I
this.
am not performing, but I am delivering delighted because Miss Dizzy Von Dam is not only performing, but she will be hosting this week.
The DVD.
To have her.
Is she doing an actual number and a hosting
Yeah,
gig?
she's doing a classic burlesque striptease, and she'll be hosting the show.
Does she get paid twice?
Yeah, actually.
Really? Why?
Yeah. But she gets pay and a half.
Hey, Dizzy Dam, no double dipping.
But
That's 4 D's. A double D, no double D's.
and the lovely Truvy Trollope will be singing.
Truvy Trollop. All right. That's good.
It's going to be a great show, my man.
Sounds good. I'm excited. I will not be able to attend said show.
Fuck you.
I'll be getting prepared. That seems strong and harsh. All right. Well, fine. I was going to come. I was going to explain to you why I couldn't because I was buying you something nice. But now, that's gone completely by the wayside. You're cursing. All right. Well, good. So everybody go to the Monday Night Teas. If you want tickets for the Monday Night Teas for this show or any of the shows in the coming weeks, you can go to brownpapertickets.com and search for Lily Von Stupp, search for Monday Night Teas. I can tell you the tickets are on sale now for the Prince show.
Yeah.
Finally, they have been released.
Fucking Prince.
Tickets on sale now for the Erotic Titty Prince show in November. I will be there. I'm not performing, but I will be there just to see singers and dancers and all sorts of fun. It'll be a great time. And that's November.
It's November 12th.
12th.
If you buy tickets on Brown Paper Tickets, send me an email and tell me you want to be at the Mike Schmidt table.
Oh, really? We're doing that now?
Let's do a Mike Schmidt table, you and the fans.
All right. If you guys want to sit with me, we'll reserve a table and we'll all go to the Erotic Titty. And then afterwards, we'll go to the taco truck and we'll have taco. You know what? I'll do this right now. How about this? If you guys buy tickets right now for the Prince show and the first, how many can fit at a table with me?
Is Karen coming?
Yes.
Sir? I can put 4 more with her.
All right, 4 people, the first 4 people to buy tickets for the Prince show and say they want to sit with me, we'll sit at the Mike Schmidt table, and afterwards I will buy at the taco truck for the 4 of you.
Woo!
So there you go. So that's what we'll do. We'll go. I'm not gonna performing, but I will sit there and watch the show, and we'll have a good time. And it keeps me away from sitting from some random, because their seating is really weird. Like if I sit at a table, I'll eventually have to share the table with some guy dressed in a glitter costume or some guy with a handcuff hanging off of his balls, or it's just any fetish dude who wanders in. So this will be good. So if there's 4 people the first 4 people who buy tickets and then email Lily and say, hey, we bought tickets, we want to sit at the Mike Schmidt table. Afterwards, we'll go next door to the taco truck and I'll buy. So there you go. So some lengua on me, folks. You get lengua from me here. Now you get lengua from me in person. Or maybe, maybe I'll give you all cabeza. That doesn't sound good at all. That's just filthy and dirty and weird. All right. What did you say?
Isn't that something you need to get a shot for?
Cabeza? No. I was doing, because I said you get tongue from me here and I'll give you tongue there. And then cabeza is head. All right. Head, by the way, that's a word. Yeah, that's a word I can't hear very often. That's a lay on your stomach word. I don't know, because that, especially out of your mouth. Stop it. Hearing head out of your mouth. Cha-cha. No, that is a word that because when I was a kid that got associated with the act, more than blowjob or anything else. It was like because I was from the 70s, so I was reading 70s porn. And even as a child, like I said, when I stumbled onto that stash of porn and read it, the word head, and I knew, and that's what it meant. And it was just like, wow. So that even now it has there's a real trigger there. It's a trigger word for me. So that's not good. Or it's great. So there you go. Buy tickets. Go to brownpapertickets.com. Search Lily's name. Search Monday Night Teas, and you guys can go ahead and get tickets to the Prince show. Any show is available right now. I think there's 4 different shows available.
6 dates for sale.
6 dates for sale now. But if you just buy for the Prince show, like I said, the first 4 people to write Lily and tell them that they bought it, then you're in. We're in. We're doing that. That'll be fun. Remember that you can go to facebook.com/the40year-old-boy and be my friend and bring me to your town. There's plenty of... let me just say this. Let me tell you this. There are pages active now. There's Detroit, there's San Antonio, there's Eugene, Oregon, right? And then there's Hampton Roads, Virginia. There's a Montreal page. There's a London page that's been active for quite a while, and that's going to be a Kickstarter when I decide what I can give people because I can't give them the same thing over and over. But I'll be truly honest with you right now. Things are a little hinky on the live date front because the show funds itself, and if the show winds up not funding itself to the point where I can travel and I have to kind of scotch live stuff. So I've got St. Louis on the books now on November 16th. That's available Friday at the Soulard Hall. Come and buy tickets to me in St. Louis, and also in Philadelphia, October 19th, I believe, 18th, 19th? 12th? No, 19th. October 19th at the Latvian Society in Philadelphia. Tickets are available, and I will be honest, they're not moving. And they've stopped moving for St. Louis too. So buy tickets. That would be great, because if you buy tickets, it allows me to look into possibly going out and doing live dates somewhere else. I'm not trying to be, a poor mouth idiot. I mean, we all reach out, and you guys have been so cool with, well, I'll get to the merch in a second. You've been so great with that, and I do appreciate it. But please know that anything that you do spend on the show goes right back into the show. It goes into me going on the road. It goes into me, coming to town, buying tickets, booking theaters. It goes into helping Lily, helping David, and any ideas that we might have coming up. I mean, I had somebody approach me this week about something. So whatever. The bottom line is, when you guys do buy tickets to the shows, it gets cycled right back in there. So on Facebook, be my friend. Sign up on the pages of the cities that want me to come to town. And also, like I said, Philadelphia, October 18th, St. Louis, November 16th. Friday nights, both shows, Soulard Hall in St. Louis and the Latvian Society in Philadelphia. And I hate being in your pocket all the time. I do, but I'm just letting you know that that's how it works. Tickets are available for those two shows at brownpapertickets.com. You can go ahead and visit there, like I said, when you're looking for Lily's shows. Please remember, if you go to the MikeSchmidtComedy.com website, you can go to the merchandise page, which is the Joe Business page, and there are shirts for sale, Scar Panda and Fireboy. No, that's a mug. Fireboy's a mug. We have Scar Panda and Red Boy. Those are the shirts. Fireboy and Thorgar and Yeep mugs are available via the Zazzle store. Tweakedaudio.com/40 has always been a sponsor of the show, and we appreciate it. So go visit them and get autoerotic asphyxiation earbuds and cock ring watches from tweakedaudio.com/40. And as I've always said, remember, when you buy from Tweaked, it benefits all podcasts. So if you like any podcast out there, whenever you buy something from me, it benefits all of these podcasts, because we all get a cut. There's a big meeting for all of our podcasts. So while you're there at the merch page, like I said, you can buy shirts, you can buy mugs, you can go to tweakedaudio.com, you can buy autographed artwork, either explosions of ids or artwork from the show itself. And also, please remember, the download sets are available. Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, and Year 4 are available individually, or you can buy the Podcast of the Caribbean set, where you will get 4 download sets for the price of 3. So go ahead and do that if you don't have the sets just yet. Or buy them individually and catch up that way, because then you'll hear me tell that Batgirl anecdote 1,000 different times, because it is a huge milestone in my life, apparently. Remember, on the MikeSchmidtComedy.com page, up in the upper left-hand corner, you can donate to the show. There is a little Schmitty with his pocket out. Click on that. You can donate a one-time donation, or you can do $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, $25 a month. All is appreciated, and all goes back into funding this show and bringing me back on the road and all of that fun stuff. You guys know that. I've told you that already. So I'm going to shut the fuck up about it now, because why not? Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you just shut the fuck up? In addition to live appearances in Philadelphia and St. Louis, folks, I will be at the Los Angeles Podcast Festival, October 12th, 13th, and 14th. I've got some definitive numbers for now, although things may be changing in the future. Remember I told you that I was part of a storytelling seminar? Yeah, I'm not. Because they finally sniffed it out and realized, hey, he doesn't really have any technique to his storytelling. That guy, he doesn't exactly, what's he going to tell people? Just talk? Which is probably what I would have done. But it turns out that seminar is now a class of some sort, where it's being taught by Kevin Allison of Risk. Instead of being a symposium about how to do a storytelling podcast, it's him showing people how to do a storytelling podcast. And believe me, you do not need me around for that, because I am not teaching anybody anything. If anything, I'm a cautionary tale. That would be the only thing. He would point at me and go, this is how you don't do this. So I will not be. But the good thing about that is, well, all right, well, let's talk about this real quick. The shows are the 12th, 13th, and 14th. There is the first night, I think Doug Benson is there. The Naughty Show is there. Eddie Ift and Jim Jeffries are there. Saturday is Pod Smash, where they have a big stand-up show. And I think I talked about it a little bit last week, where I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. I'm going to do it. So it turns out I'm doing stand-up Saturday night at Pod Smash. Just a short set, like all of us are doing. And then I'm doing my show, I believe, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday in the the Wriggle room. I have no idea where the fuck it is, but hopefully it's a small enough room to where me, Lily, and two of you won't look like we're lonely. So tickets are available now for all of the shows. You can buy a pass for all 3 days, or you can buy tickets to individual days. You can get rooms at the hotel. Go to lapodfest.com for any and all information you would need about getting a room, getting tickets, getting passes, anything you need. Again, like I said, I'm there Sunday, doing this live podcast at 4:00 in the afternoon. And thankfully, I'm kind of glad I'm not doing that symposium, because it means I get to run next door and go check out Jimmy and Never Not Funny. So I'll get to hang around for that, which will be fun. And then I'm doing stand-up there on Saturday night, and I'm just going to be hanging out, man. I might show up Friday for some stuff. I'm hoping this has camaraderie and it is kind of an event, and it turns into an annual thing that they can have every year. And I'd love to be a part of it, because I'll tell you, one of the most fun things I ever did was I went to the Chicago Comedy Festival. We did Jimmy Pardo's one-man show there, and it was me, Jimmy, and Pat. And we got to stay together in like one big hotel room, and we got to be in the city of Chicago in summer. I felt like I was in the business, because I got to go home and be paid to do so. Like, we flew out there and we did the show in 3 different shows, and then I got to do stand up, because I should tell this is a longer story. I should tell it to close the show. I'll tell it to close the show. Although I may have told this fucking story already. Who knows? But suffice it to say, I'm at the LA Podfest, and as I've mentioned, all the other things. But let me plug this real quick before we get out of here. This will be up next week, Tuesday. But I have to plug it now because I won't get a chance to plug it. I'll have to back plug it, and I like to plug things forward, folks. I think I'm going to be on Scarborough Country, the podcast that comes out next Tuesday. I'm recording it Friday, and it comes out on Tuesday. And someone told me they have Scarborough Country and Scarborough County, like they have 2 different ones. I'm not sure. I don't know. All I know is Randy and Jason were nice enough to ask me to do the show, and I will be there Friday morning at 10 a.m. with no sleep to go in and talk to them and do the show. That'll be a lot of fun. And the show should be available next week, next Tuesday. It'll be up in iTunes, and you'll be able to hear me talking to 2 of the funniest guys in the world, Randy and Jason Sklar, and I'm excited that they're having me on. So that's me on Scarborough Country. Should go up next Tuesday, the day before I record this one next week. So then maybe I'll tell the story of what it was like to record with them. Ooh, God damn it, folks. Look at this. You won't have to listen to an hour and a half about Batgirl next week. Unless Batgirl shows up at Scarborough Country. Holy shit. How great is that show? If I'm there talking and they bring Batgirl out, forget about it, folks. I might do a special weekend podcast. So when I went to the Chicago Comedy Festival, I loved it because we got to go together. It was me, Jimmy, and Pat. And if you know anything about me, it's kind of like I want to do things with people, but not really. Like I'm already regretting offering to buy tacos for 4 strangers. I mean, that's how fucking crazy I am. But to go with Jimmy and Pat and to do a show that we'd written and to do it live. And the thing is, I wanted to do stand-up really badly on that Chicago Comedy Festival. And folks, look, I may have told this story. If I have, forward it to the closing theme song and enjoy it. But if I didn't, go ahead and listen to this. Like I said, I did stand up and wanted to be part of the Chicago Comedy Festival as a stand-up too. But when I showcased, they did not pick me. And I was disappointed because I actually had a really good set. So instead, I wound up going just as a part of Jimmy's one-man show. So it was me, Jimmy, and Pat. We had written the show. We were going to perform it. And we showed up in town. We got to stay at a hotel downtown. My friends knew I was coming, but I got to hang out with comedy people first. We went out and we walked through the city in the summer, and we walked to an open air, like a beer garden pizza place. And it just felt like being in show business, man. It was so fun. And to go to a big city, that's how I feel when I do the one man. I think I told you this. I love the vibe of a city. So when I've gone to, to Seattle, or I've gone out in Portland even, but then in New York and Philadelphia, and I've come to Atlanta, to be out in a city is just, it's so amazing and fun to me. So to do it in Chicago was double fun because I actually knew where we were. So I kind of had a great idea, and there were my friends, and I felt like a conquering hero. I just wished I was doing stand-up. So we were there to do the one man, and we wound up performing the one man, and we had a big crowd. And the Chicago Comedy Festival it doesn't exist anymore because they had trouble getting crowds for shows and things like that. I mean, some shows they had big crowds in comedy clubs, but then they do it in other venues, and it was sparsely attended. And look, I can't speak to the festival experience because the only one I did was Chicago. I haven't been to Toronto. I haven't been to Just for Laughs. I haven't been any of these places, to Ireland. I'd love to do those things. I just have never been invited, and I'm not on anybody's radar, and that's my fault, nobody else's. But when we did Chicago, I was there, and I knew we got a huge crowd for Jimmy's show. And the guys who booked the festival were like, whoa, they they were impressed that we drew a big crowd because, you know what, we were local, first of all. And second of all, Jimmy was a name at the time and people knew who he was. And so people wanted to come out and see him. And when we got this big crowd, we did the show and we did it great and it killed. And it got tons of great reviews from people who came to see it, other comics and other people that were there, critics. And so then they came to us and they were like, they wanted us to do it again. Like they wanted to add another performance. And we were like, yeah, we can do that. Because Jimmy was also hosting an episode of Revolving Talk Show, which I don't know if they do that anymore. It was a thing where you would come out, there was a host, and then you would do a stand-up set and sit with him and you'd be panelist. And then the host would leave and you would then be the host and a new guest would come out. So it was a pretty cool concept. Tom Sharp, I think, was behind it. He was great. And forgive me if I don't remember the other guys who were behind it, but I know Tom Sharp was one of the guys. Tom Sharp, extremely funny guy. Rotating Talk Show, it was called, not Revolving Talk Show. Revolving Talk Show, everybody gets sick and vomit. That'd be terrible. Rotating Talk Show, that gets more to the heart of it. So we had to do a bonus performance of Jimmy's show in a different room because that is in this really small room. And then it was funny. They jammed us into some weird small conference room. And when we saw it, we were like, really, dudes, seriously? And then we get this huge crowd. And then they were like trying to accommodate us by giving us a bigger space. And then they came to me, and after we had drawn crowds, they asked me if I wanted to do stand-up. And I did very badly. And they said, all right, well, why don't you do the show Saturday night? I've told the story. I know I've told the story. Do the show Saturday night in Zanies. And this is, I tell this because maybe I'm pumping myself up because I got to do stand-up at that Pod Smash, and I haven't done stand-up in 3 fucking years, so I have to remember that I can do it. Because they asked if I wanted to do stand-up, and I said yes. I went to do the show at Zanies, and we had done Jimmy's One Man, and I had to hop into a car with my friend Bill Leff and drive over to Zanies. He drove me from where we performed all the way over to Zanies so I could get there in time for the Late Show. And Pat was going to join me afterwards and stuff. And then I find out who's on the Late Show, and it's called Murderer's Row. And they stuck me on the show. And they put me on first. They're like, you're going to go on first. And then the other names, Daniel Tosh was on the show. Doug Stanhope. Ron White. Me. You know, I mean, who doesn't belong in that fucking equation? Me. So Ron White's the host. Zanies is packed. And I should tell you this, too. At the time, I was living in L.A., but when I worked in Chicago, I worked at Zanies. But then something happened, and I got banned from Zanies. Zanies did not want me to work there anymore. I'll just tell you what happened. I was a dumb fuck. I was late all the time. Like I told this story? Yeah, I told this. I would be late to Zanies, so finally they banned me and they wouldn't book me. So then the Murderer's Row show's at Zanies, so Zanies has to put me on stage because the festival wants me on. I'm not saying they tried to ban me or tried not to have me, but just to be able to go in and perform at Zanies again without having to beg and plead and scrape and all that was really kind of cool. And then Ron White went up, he emceed, and he crushed it. He was because he's fucking Ron White. He's hysterical. And the place was really hot and really into him right away. And he brought me on stage, and I met where he was, and then I brought it even higher. Unbelievably, I killed. I opened with a joke about, you don't care. Nobody cares about my jokes that I open up because he was doing a whole bit about Texas. So I had a joke about Texas at the time and how they were executing the retarded. And, whatever. And it was, bottom line, it was about belt buckles at some point, but who cares? It crushed. It destroyed. It was so great. And then I did that. And then I did also, really sharp. I did it on purpose. I did sharp political material that I really wanted to do and destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed it. Walked off stage. Daniel Tosh, because again, nobody knows me. They don't know who the fuck I am. Daniel Tosh told me, he comes up to me and says, man, you're funny. Nice job. And I didn't get to meet Stanhope. I didn't get to see him. But I walked off and everybody it was just this surreal moment because we had already killed with Jimmy's show. And then I got to Zanies almost right as the show was starting. And then I walked into the green room and there's all these fucking famous comics. And then I kill. And they're coming up and they're being nice to me. And because that's the thing, you prove it. They don't know who the fuck you are. But then you go up and you do well and you prove it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, he's funny. We can talk to him. That kind of thing. And I'm not saying all comics judge people by their act, but I'm just saying that all comics judge people by their act. So the fact that I was funny made it okay to talk to me, I think, at that certain point. And so I was on cloud nine. And then I got to watch everybody go up and kill. And then I watched fucking Stanhope die and walk the room. And I've talked about that on here because he had to follow Daniel Tosh. And Daniel Tosh was so funny that night. And I had never seen him do stand-up. And he destroyed. And Stanhope was going up after him and drinking drinking. So Doug was closing the night. So he was there all night drinking. So Doug goes up after Daniel, and this was in 2002, I think. And it was the summer of 2002, possibly. And Doug was in his 9/11 phase. Fuck the cops, fuck the firefighters, and you know what, you pray and we should go to church and pray. Well, my God doesn't take Tuesdays off. That Doug. When he's not drunk and he's dealing that effectively, it's brilliant. I mean, I saw it at the Improv and was slack-jawed at the power it had. Well, Chicago's a little different from L.A., and they just saw Daniel Tosh kill. So Doug went up, and I think he kind of wanted to sabotage himself because he didn't want to follow Daniel. That was kind of the vibe I got. And he was also in the bag, drunk. And so he started on cops, and the people were not buying it, and they were quiet. And so then he got into it with the front row, and he walked the front 2 rows of Zanies. Like, they got up and split, and he didn't care. Doug doesn't care. And Doug he just walked the room. And it was funny. I had told Pat Francis, I'm like, dude, you got to see Doug Stanhope. He's amazing. You have to watch him. And that Doug showed up, the one who doesn't give a fuck about walking rooms and drinking. And to me, still, again, he's still extremely funny. It's just that night you could see he had an agenda and did not care. And then people walked out, and he basically walked all the, because Zanies is this really weird room where it's really tight. And the stage is in the front of the room, and the front door is right by the stage. So people had to walk past. They had to get up in front of him and file out, and he walked right there by the front door, and he was letting them have it as they walked out the goddamn door. It was amazing to watch, and it was really uncomfortable. But afterwards, as we're there, one of the organizers of the festival, I won't say his name because he's a good guy. He's still nice. I consider him a friend when I see him. I think he's still actually involved in comedy out here. He wound up working other places where I saw him. But he was one of the organizers, and he pulled me aside in the back, and the other guy was there too, and they said, hey, we want to talk to you. I said, yeah, and they apologized to me for not having put me on the show. And I was like, well, you don't have to do that, even though in my head I'm like, yeah, you have to do that. But they're like, no, stop. They go, Jimmy's show was a huge success, and we know you wrote it with Jimmy and Pat, and it went well, and you got great crowds, and so we wanted to kind of have you here to do stand-up because we saw you in L.A. and you were great. It's just we forgot about you. We're not going to lie. You were kind of an afterthought. And then for you to see you come in here and do this tonight, we want to thank you for letting us put you up. And we want to apologize for not putting you up. So I mean, that was the best experience I've ever had in a festival, and probably one of the top 5 experiences I've ever had in comedy. Because, not counting the one-mans and things like that, but for when I was doing stand-up, to have those guys pull me aside and thank me for going up and apologize for not having scheduled me. And even, that's great. That was really cool, that gesture. But to go up and crush it, to go up and fucking kill, in between Ron White and other incredibly brilliant comics, I was amazed. And I was so happy. And so I think I can still do this. I have no idea if I can. And it's funny because some of you have written me and told me, that's the only reason I chose to do the stand-up set. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't going to do it. I had decided I wasn't going to go up on Saturday because I didn't want to taint Sunday. I wanted to sneak up on everybody on Sunday and have them see my show. And then people wrote me, and you're like, why are you doing that? You're fucking hysterical. You should go up on Saturday, and then they will want to come and see you on Sunday. That's the whole point. It's like a commercial for you. And when you go up in between Maron and those guys, you're going to be the guy that they're not going to know who you are, and you're going to fucking destroy the place. And the fact that so many of you wrote me to tell me that was, I mean, shocking. Because, again, you haven't seen me do stand-up, folks. You have no idea. You might have seen the one man, and you're like, yay, that's great because you like me. But if you don't like me and you see me and I go up and I do something, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Dude, I don't get this. So it's a chance I'm taking. But, I mean, Chris was real nice about it when I wrote him, and I said I'd like to do it. He said, great. It's only a short set. It's 7 to 10 minutes. And, I mean, I can do 7 to 10 minutes in my sleep. I can. But the point is, I want it to be great. I want it to be really good. And so now in my head, I got a week to get ready. And I don't know if I want to do old stuff, like old jokes. I don't want to, if I want to write a whole new 10 minutes because that's fucking dangerous. But you know what? When I go on the road for the one man, that's what I do. I mean, I almost write a whole new headlining set every time I go on the road for the one man because I just tell you about what happened as I was coming to town. And then I do the actual one man show. So it's not above me. I mean, I think I can do that. I really think I can write a whole new 10, but I also don't know if I want to, because I'm mainly been telling, look, why am I doing this? Because you guys convinced me to do it, and I'm laying this on you, motherfuckers. If this goes poorly, it's on you. If this goes badly, it's on you. I accept no blame here. None at all. I'm going to go in and do what I do, and we'll see what they think. But if anybody turns on me, I'm going to go, it was them. I'm going to bring an iPod on stage with me. I'm actually going to bring an iPod on stage, and if it goes badly, I'm just going to hold it in the air and go, it was them. Blame them. The reason you're sitting through this now is because of these people. Maybe I'll just bring my laptop and open up your emails. I'll say that. Read these emails. These people think I'm funny. Can't you be online with them? Oh my God. Please. Because I have a tone. Because you know why? Because I talk quickly and I don't fucking think. That's why. I think that's what it means when you have a tone. Is you don't fucking bother to care what comes flying out of your goddamn mouth. I try to grow the show and I want people to get on board and they're like, I listen to it and you talk too fast. Really, I talk too fast. How the hell else am I supposed to cram all of this into a small 3-hour window? Dude, there's no script. I just go with this shit on the fly. It makes me laugh. If it doesn't make you laugh, turn the fucking station. And by turn the station, I mean turn the wheel of your car right into a guardrail. Jesus fuck. Hey, where are you going, boy?